I'm sorry, are you addressing me? Because your authority is not recognized in Fort Kickass.
Are not rubbers.
Oh my God. Okay, yes, you can rub them, but just please don't hurt my family.
I mean, we're not robbers.
Oh.
Hi, this is Harry from *1inFive.
This is Brian from One Man Standing.
This is Nick from Shit to the Sun.
This is Jess from Shoot Lab.
You're listening to Dr. Bones.
Dr. Bones and Mike. Dr. Bones and Mike.
And you're listening to New Music Saturday.
This is Martin from Ability Rock.
JJ from Juxta.
Hey, this is Leslie
And Jason.
of The Sweetest Condition. New Music Saturday.
Music Saturday.
New Music Saturday.
New Music Saturday.
And you're listening to New Music Saturday.
New Music Saturday. Dr. Bones and Mike. New Music Saturday.
Right on. This is Dr. Bones, and I have my co-host and partner in crime, the guitarist everybody wishes they were, Mike1inFive.
Good evening. You alright?
Very well, thank you. How about yourself?
Living the dream, my friend, living the dream.
So tonight we have a very special guest co-host and kind of interview as well, and a good friend of our show, and he's got a great show himself, the Premium Blend Radio Show. Welcome, Stuart Clark-Lewis. Welcome to the show, Stuart.
Hey, good evening. How we doing, guys?
Awesome, man. How are you?
Yeah, well, I'm all right. Yeah, not too bad. Too, I am so excited. I'm like a little puppy on a Red Bull for this show. I tell you, I'm so excited. I can't believe you invited me on. I'm a little bit of a super fan, so thank you very much for inviting me.
You're excited. Feel these nipples.
Well, I've been in one of them. I feel like rock hard. So.
Yeah. Sorry, that was just too easy to get into, but yeah, no, man, it's a pleasure to have you on the show. I mean, I listen to your show weekly, and I really enjoy it, and just I'm a huge fan of your show as well. So it's nice to finally have you on the show and kind of intermix with myself and Mike.
The pleasure's all mine. I listen to your show most weeks that I'm in, and I think it's an absolutely fantastic show, and I'm always commenting. So thank you for having me. It's a real pleasure and a real honour, to be honest. So thank you very much.
Absolutely. So no, just to start off here before we get to our first few tracks. Let me try to phrase this properly. How did you get into radio? Like, what was the kind of the drive behind it to kind of get on the air and start hosting and pushing this different kinds of music?
Basically, it started around about 5 years ago, and I'd split from my ex-wife, and I was a bit of a loose end. I thought, well, what should I do with myself? I wanted to find something that was constructive, and I wanted to get me something to take up my time, and I thought, well, I've always wanted to do a little bit of radio, so I ended up starting off on Radio DGH, the hospital radio in Eastbourne, and I kind of learned the ropes, and they gave me my own show. I can't believe they actually did it. They must be absolutely crazy. And I started off as a 90s show, and I spent the first year of the show where I just played 90s tracks, and I never played the same track. I just worked hard at trying to build a good show, and after about 3 years of doing that, where no one listened to me, I decided to move to Howsham FM, and I wanted to expand the show and change the show. And at that point, I wanted to bring in the unsigned stuff and refresh the show and make it in its current format, which it is today. So it's the unsigned tracks, emerging artists, a live band, an unsigned a live musician, and a DJ mix. And it's kind of gone crazy since then, really.
Right on. Well, you know what? It is just always crazy to me because I started, and when I started, I just did it because I found an app that was mentioned by a local music guy who's very well known across county, named Alan Cross. I was like, no, it's a great idea, and I started doing it and kind of got it really into it. So it's just curiosity to me how you got started as well.
Yeah, it was just something I really kind of fell into. It was just something I kind of always had in the back of my mind. I always wanted to do a little bit of radio. I never really sure where it was going to go, but it was the best thing I ever did. It's down to Tracy, my friend Tracy. She gave me a little interview, and it just kind of sort of took off from there, really. And I kind of learnt my craft in a basement of a hospital radio station where no one heard me for 3 years. But it's kind of done me the world of good. I've learnt my craft, and I think I've kind of picked up all right, to be honest. I think I'm doing all right for myself. So at this point, I can't complain. It's just I just love it. I just love it. So
you say no one heard you. The patients must have heard you, did they?
Well, I've ever been to Eastbourne Hospital. It's no one wants to listen to 90s music in Eastbourne Hospital. I tell you, it's not the stuff I was playing anyway. So it's it was definitely I was playing to myself. But yeah, every week I just tried to make it a better show. Every week was a better show. That's all I tried to do.
Well, no, that's awesome. Again, like I said, because I love your show, and it just with all of us do this sort of thing, you can see and kind of feel dedication towards this sort of thing, and it's always for me, I'm very respectful, and I respect you so much for what you do, because I know what is involved in getting these shows set up and trying to get them done and kind of the way you want them. Because for myself and Mike, it's all about the playlist, right? Because there's no specific format. There's no like radio, we'll call it mainstream radio, where they have it all sent to a computer program. They kind of let it run randomly, sort of thing. And we have it set up so it's kind of the way we want it. It may be completely ridiculous as far as the way it's set up, from let's say rock to electronica to folk sort of thing. But it works, and that's the way we like it. So we can understand, and all respect to you for doing that. And it's always interesting, it always helps, because just like anybody else, you get ideas from other people as well, so or just influences as well. So it just makes a huge difference. And listening to your show as well, I'm listening. I'm thinking to myself too. It's like, no, that's a good idea. Maybe I'll try that, or just the way you run things. And it's very impressive.
Well, it's just I think it's just those few 3 years I learned. You kind of pick things up, even though no one's listening. You just pretend that there's just one person listening, and if you're one person listening, you make a difference. That's all it takes. But yeah, it's really at the end of the day, it's about the love of music, and I love music. I've loved music since a child. So it's just the love of music, and if I can make a difference, then that's it's always only really a good thing. Yeah, that's all I want to do.
Well, and that's the great thing, Stuart, is because just like myself and Mike, is we know we're always getting an honest opinion on the music that's being played, and that's what people want to hear. We're not here to blow smoke and say like, oh, we like it, and we don't. If we don't like it, we're flat out not going to play it, just because we don't want to be those type of people to kind of say, well, no, it was a good tune. When we're thinking about your heads, like, oh my god, this was a piece of crap. What were you thinking?
Yes, but then you see, I try not to. I'd rather play something that I like. Then it's because airtime is such a short space, especially with my radio show.
Right.
I've got 2 hours a week to fill that time. I can't play something that I don't like. I've got to play something that I feel passionate that touches me. Whereas I'm always against the clock. My time is my biggest enemy. I always have to play something I love, because if I don't love it, I can't give that passion, that enthusiasm that I have that drives my show. So it's slightly different for me, I think, in some ways in that way. But it is
because we're not normally on time constraints as such. Pretty much on my side of things, it's fine. It's more or less when Mike gets too tired to go on anymore, he's got to go to bed.
and that's why I'm always jealous about the fact that you two you don't have any time constraints, and that's why I think your show is so great, because it just rolls, because you can just you don't have to worry about what's how long you got, or advert breaks or anything like that, because it just rolls so smoothly, and that's what I love about your show. So,
well, we do appreciate that, because we're just here to have some fun, play music we like. It's essentially like gathering with the guys every weekend for playing poker, except we're playing music instead.
Well, I think you're doing a damn good job, to be truthful. I tune in every week, so yeah, you're doing the right thing. It's definitely going the right way, I tell you. So, is that right, please?
Yes. Yeah.
Good stuff. I'm glad to hear it. Well, yeah, it's no secret we're big fans of your show. It's funny actually, just talking about listening to each other's stuff and taking ideas. And I must confess, like when I saw your new website, I was like, oh, our website looks a bit old now. I must redo it. Kind of pushed me to change ours up a little bit. It's still not as good as yours, to be fair, but we do quite like it. But yeah,
you just need a state-of-the-art countdown timer, and that's it. It's just made.
Yeah, you know what? The problem with us putting a timer on our website is we always start late.
Yeah.
So the timer that's irrelevant. Yeah, that's all they need, just to count the time. you know how much that countdown timer cost me?
Yeah.
Go on, how much was it?
I can't divulge that information.
Yeah.
I'll give it a neck from the missus otherwise.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. So check out Stuart's website because that is the most expensive countdown timer on radio by the sounds of it.
Well, yes, it is. Yes, and I'm still paying for it now, to be honest. So.
Yeah.
All right, babes.
Yes.
Yes.
There's a credit card company somewhere rubbing their hands with joy.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, well, I certainly got a little bit of a pain in the neck and a little bit of an earache from it. Well, I know that much. So.
Oh dear. On that note, should we play a tune, Bonesy?
We should. So let's get to the first tune of the night. It's a band called the Baskervilles. The song's called Blood in My Mouth. Dig this. Right on, the Baskervilles with Blood in My Mouth. Now, that was a cool, let's call it, say, pop rock tune. Love the vocals, and Mike, you're right, the harmonies were awesome, and it was just all around good, full tune, and very catchy, and something you can sing along to. Stuart?
Yeah, I absolutely love that track. I've only heard it a couple of times. I spoke to them the other week, and They found me on Instagram.